to the show. I would like to start the show off by paying respect to those lost in the Appalachian school shooting. Miss Christina Ermy, age 53. Mr. Mason Schermerhorn, age 14. Kristen Aguelo, if I said that right. And Richard Aspinwall at age 39. Our heart goes out to these victims. May you rest in peace. The school shooter has been identified as Colt Gray. Apparently, he's named after his father's favorite gun, a gray Colt. Let's have a moment of silence for those victims. All right, we're going to get back to it. The father has been charged and arrested. I have proof of that right here. Just drop down. His name's Colin for some reason. And let's see if we got...
It's a Fox News alert. At 8:30 this morning, the teenager accused of murdering 2 teachers and 2 students at his Georgia high school is expected to make his first appearance before a judge.
This comes after his father is arrested and charged in connection with the shooting rampage.
Brooke Singman has this story. Brooke.
Yeah, guys, the father of the suspected school shooter has been arrested and he's facing charges of his own. This after telling investigators he purchased the gun used in the deadly shooting as a Christmas present for his son in 2023, which was months after the teen was flagged for allegedly making an online threat to shoot up his middle school. Georgia officers also spoke to the father when investigating that 2023 threat. Listen.
Let me ask you this. Do you have weapons in the house?
I do.
Are they accessible to him?
They are. I mean, there's nothing loaded, but they are down.
Okay.
We do a lot of shooting. We do a lot of deer hunting. He shot his first deer this year.
The dad is now charged with 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter, 2 counts of second-degree murder, and 8 counts of cruelty to children. Now, these are the most severe charges ever filed against the parent of an alleged school shooter.
These charges stem from Mr. Gray knowingly allowing his son, Colt, to possess a weapon. This is a very difficult time, as we know, for students and parents, and so many I know of students and parents here in this county and around this state are afraid.
And public records show that the suspect's mother has a criminal record dating back to 2007, including charges in connection with aggravated battery, criminal trespassing, and possessing methamphetamine and fentanyl. 4 people were killed in the shooting this week, 2 students and 2 teachers, and 9 others were injured. The Georgia Bureau of Investigations announcing that police have made multiple arrests in connection with additional threats made against schools across the state. Guys.
They are vigilant.
Yeah. So,
Brooke, thank you very much.
It's amazing because the mom, as questionable as a father's behavior, and that's why he's been charged. Mom, obviously a huge drug problem. According to the neighbor, she said, Lauren Vickers, there were nights when the mom would lock him out and his sister out of the house, and they would be banging on the back door, just screaming, "Mom, Mom."
Yeah, that's that meth shit. That's what be happening. That lady saw demons.
Mom, and crying. It was absolutely devastating. No clean clothes. I'm not exaggerating. It was constant abuse. It was sad. And so this was a time bomb for 2 children.
The grandfather said he was just a good kid, but he lived in an environment that was hostile. His dad beat up on him. I mean, I'm not talking about physical, but screaming and hollering. And he did the same thing to my daughter. And then the aunt said he was begging for help from everybody around him. The adults around him failed.
Surely.
That's why they say it takes a village to raise a kid, because half of the village crazy. You need the other half for balance.
And so the father has been charged in connection with this, essentially for supplying the weapon. The New York Post has got an exclusive. They say that apparently for Christmas in 2023, that man bought his son an AR-15. Here's the thing. After the cops come to your house and talk to you about your son making perhaps online threats, and I know they dismissed them, I think a gun is probably not a good thing to buy somebody for Christmas. Nonetheless, we've gotten our hands on a little bit of the sound where the sheriff goes to the house and talks to the father after online threats were made about a school shooting on the Discord app, which is used by a lot of gamers.
And this was in May, before that Christmas, when he allegedly bought his son the gun.
That's right. So this is after the FBI tipped him off. Sheriff goes in. They had this conversation.
He knows the seriousness of weapons and what they can do and how to use them and not use them. So it's kind of a little bit of a shock. So in whatever y'all are telling him, please instill in him that if this is whatever or wherever this is coming from, it's no joke.
No.
Like, it's no joke.
But we wouldn't be here if it was.
No, I know, and I'm telling you right now, we talk about it quite a bit. Okay. All the school shootings, things that happen.
Yeah,
scary. Hey, are you getting picked on at school? He is. He's getting picked on at school, and is everything okay? That's why I keep going up there. Yeah. You know, because you never really know, and I don't want anything to happen to him. So
y'all children can be so mean.
Yeah.
He went on to say he's trying to get his son off video games and get out of the house. He said, I want to get him into the outdoors. He said, I was so proud of him after he shot his deer. He had blood all over him, but I was so proud of him. It was just a great day. So you could see some traditional struggles that a parent would have with a kid being picked on at school with very few friends, that is a problematic mom with a drug problem in and out of jail, and dad wanting to get him out of the house.
It's a big deal. It's a big deal down south when you shoot your first deer. They put blood on your face. And his dad said, I have a picture on my phone of that day. It's something that dads celebrate with their sons because most
Dad, if you're watching this, we never did that.
people use these guns to go hunting or to protect their families in case someone broke into their house. Something that we need to be reminded of, we need to remember these 4 victims. And the 14-year-old young boy, Mason, a chaplain spoke to the media and said, I was outside of the school and I was trying to comfort his mom because his mom got a message from Mason saying, Mom, I'm in the bathroom. And so she shows up at the school and she can't find her son. And so she talked to the chaplain and he said, he talked to the detectives and the lieutenants and he said, how many times did we do the sweep? Do you know that the school is empty for sure? And it turns out that her son apparently was found in the bathroom and he was no longer breathing. And the chaplain said he loved life. He didn't have any issues with anyone. He did have a condition. He was autistic, but that didn't stop his glow. And I think the message she would like to have out there is what a great son she had.
One thing this school apparently had just started doing that week, this past week, was they had essentially a panic button, a button you could press to alert everybody, hey, there's a problem. They think that probably saved lives.
Yeah, it's interesting that the father is being charged in this. We've seen that. We saw that a few months ago in Michigan.
Reportedly.
But is this the new norm?
I love it. I absolutely love it. This has got to stop. Also, a little bit later, we'll talk about how J.D. Vance was tarred.
We had enough of that. Anyway, man, I was going for Byron Donalds. It's one of my favorite senators. Anyway, something to make you laugh.
Yo, what up, fams? It's your girl, Big Pimpin' K Mala. Hitting switches on my Impala, rolling with the gangsters. For real, though, you better holler and send $1. Everybody, even if you're blue collar, you better thank a union member for your 5-day work week. Shit. Let's just get through the next 64 days. How about that? We got to beat that racist orange man bad, cause he be bugging, yo. No cap, this life be thugging, yo. Real recognize real. Hope y'all gonna show up for your girl, know what I'm saying? Donate to Act Blue so we can steal your identity. A bitch better have my money. To quote the greatest rapper alive, Tupac, girl, keep your head up. And that's what I'm doing, cause my boy Willie Brown taught me how to do it. Oh, stay tuned next week, cause I'll be dropping my rap single on Puppet Gate Records. Peace.
That's your current vice president. Boy, I tell you, man. Black leadership, man. Speaking of black leadership, do y'all remember Fanie Willis, the Fulton County District Attorney, presided over Young Thug's RICO case and Donald Trump's RICO case? Man, she was busting down Nathan Wade for $400 an hour. Check it out.
Dad, what's it? Okay.
Nice to meet you.
So,
notice the hair. What you been doing?
Nice to meet you.
There you go. Nathan Wade, y'all. Now, Miss Willis, you told us that it was over. I was convinced that it was over. I'm a man. Ain't that what you said?
You left it in August of 2023. That sound right?
That's the hard conversation. That's not the...
We've covered this. Next question.
And you characterized it as a tough conversation, correct?
Yes.
I'm not going to get into the conversation per se.
You should.
Well, if he doesn't want to, we won't go there. So, Mr. Sadon.
Look at that. Body language is everything.
Next question.
You know, it's kind of hard to say no when you've got that opportunity. But all I'm going to say is, was it pre-indictment in this case?
So
we know the timeline that the indictment was delivered.
So that we're clear, the physical relationship ended pre-indictment.
And is that when you were talking about the tough conversation?
But I'm not sure that the tough conversation didn't happen until after, but the physical relationship. So I'm sure if you ask Mr. Wade, because he's a male, he would say we ended June or July because physical contact ended then. Just in my mind, being a woman, it's over when you have that like hard conversation. I just think women and men think differently.
Note the date then when this happened, September 4th, 2024.
So, apparently her license is suspended.
News to me, okay.
For something. Doesn't tell us what for or why or where, or that's something she's going to have to call DMV and find out. Okay. Probably what happened, she had a speeding ticket, some kind of traffic infraction, never went to court, didn't take care of it.
I look at that. You are the district attorney of Fulton County. Why does your daughter not have a driver's license? Also, driving on a suspended license will get you a mandatory 2 days in jail or fingerprints in lieu of bail.
Right. That's the best guess. So she's gone over to Fayette County Jail, which is right in the Fayetteville Square. It's 145 Johnson Avenue. Yeah. Normally, I would say a couple hours is the process. It just depends on how busy they are.
Fayetteville move kind of fast because this stuff doesn't happen often, but it's 2 days. 2 days mandatory. But it's all good. That jail is an annex. She's going to get Chick-fil-A.
And like that, okay? The driving on the suspended is basically a traffic citation. She's got to have her fingerprints done and picture taken, then she can make her bond.
It's 2 days mandatory. Mr. Wade will tell you he is a traffic citation prosecutor. It's 2 days mandatory for me. Make it 2 days mandatory for her. Let's see what Mr. Wade got to say.
People saying this ordeal might have ruined the best chance to hold Trump accountable for trying to end democracy. Now, what would you say to all the haters out there who can't get laid?
Well, I don't know what the haters are thinking, but what I will say is under my leadership, we successfully secured a valid legal indictment, the charging document.
Which completely fell apart and is on hold until next year.
All right, young black men need a role model. What's your advice to kids in the hood that's out there that want to grow up and have their dick potentially end democracy? That's some lethal shit, you ask me.
We're talking about
Marlon's stupid. Nah, for real though, this is an actual sit-down deliberation. Here we go.
Have lunch, drive back. The reason we would do that is because the attention, she couldn't get any peace of mind going locally, so we'd get in my car and drive to someplace off the beaten path and have lunch and drive back.
Is that when you went to Fanie Goat?
I've been to the Fanie Goat before. It's beautiful out there, man. Nice scenery, nice air. The fruits and the vegetables are so fresh and amazing. You actually don't mind getting bit by a mosquito in those mountains, man. It's gorgeous.
With her. It's in Jasper, Georgia.
No, that's in Georgia. I don't recall going to Fanie Goat with her.
So the Tennessee.
Alright, it's been real kicking with y'all. I got an order at the door. I got to go and pick that up. I want y'all to stay informed out there, stay safe, and hey, look, I don't ask for donations, but it helps. I'll let y'all know.
Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else, that is called Bidenomics.